God. We're helpless. We're standing there helpless. People are screaming. There's kids up in there. There's women up there. There's people jumping out their windows. It's crazy. Oh my God. There's people dying. There's people dying right now. We got the phone call that one of the local buildings were on fire. So one of our, naturally your first instinct, your gut instinct is to go out and see what's going on and to go and help as much people as you possibly can. As we got there, the police had cordoned off much of the roads. Did you let them know about the 11th floor, yeah? Yeah. Listen, man. We've got... Of course. So we was around the back of the block. We tried to help people that were trapped in the building by communicating with them.
Keep your window open! Keep your window open!
And we even coordinated with the firefighters, you know, back and forth, giving them messages of where people were trapped, what floors, what door numbers, what windows.
11th floor, yeah?
Yeah, 11th.
She's 11th, yeah.
She's 11th. If you don't get rid of 12, if you don't get rid of 12, she'll be safe. And they're trying to get in there.
So we're the closest people to the fire right now in the building. Fire brigade are doing a great job. Good job, man. But the reason why we was awake was naturally because being the month of Ramadan, and it's a very close-knit community here. So a lot of people did run out of their local place of worships and did come out to serve the community. And as you can see, everyone is out, the police are here, the community's here, all backgrounds, all races, all religions, all cultures, all ethnicities, and we're all working together to kind of help the community out in this tragedy right now and the crisis that they're going through. So I thought I'd share this video, and it's been absolutely manic, but the community is really sticking together and they're doing an incredible job. I have to give it to them. So I thought I'd share that with you. God bless.
Everywhere. Now he's screaming. I've opened the door. I'm just in my boxer shorts. And his neighbours were running down and says there's a fireman. They're going, get out of the house. I ran back in. I've grabbed a little girl, put her under my dressing gown, because that's all I had on. Got my girlfriend up, ran outside, and then looked up, and it was just a blaze. Everything, you know, it was an absolute nightmare. It was like something out of a horror movie.
Heard banging on the door. We went outside to see what was going on, and one of the neighbours said, fire, fire. I looked through the keyhole first before we opened. I saw a couple of people running down the stairs where the fire exit is. So we got our trainers on and stuff, and literally within a couple, before we got outside, opened the front door, there was thick smoke along the whole landing.
The stairs is smoke, it's dark, it's scary, it's trip hazard, there's fall hazard, there's all sorts, there's elderly, there's children, there's disabled people, it's all sorts of, there's luggages in the stairwell. You know, even some of the stairwell, some lights were not working. So it was so dark in there, it's incredible, it's incredible we survived.
So people like at their windows, help me, and there you can see the fire going into the house and into the last room that they're in, and just engulfing their whole apartment. Yeah.
If I listened to the advice given to me by the fire brigade and also by the TMO management team, we could be dead.
People were in every window, people were screaming.
Things falling out, people screaming, people jumping out on fire. Chucking ropes down what they've made out of bed sheets to try and climb out.
There's mothers that have come out and lost their children. There are firefighters that have come out injured.
You know, around midnight, it was only around like the 3rd floor, and then before you know it, the whole 23 floors of the building were all on fire. And you know, there was people screaming for help, people obviously throwing kids out.
As soon as I arrived, someone just pointed, say someone is jumping, and then it was about 16th, 17th floor. We saw a body coming down.
I've seen some things, but today I can't even describe it.
I've photographed some awful things for the Evening Standard over the years, but this has to rate as one of the worst. I felt helpless. I could hear screaming people. I could see the fire brigade going in, which, to be honest with you, the acts of bravery there were just beyond belief. I can't believe what it must be like to be a fireman. You know, they really do put their lives on the line. Within half an hour, it became completely engulfed from the time I arrived. And the sun came up behind it, and it was an extremely eerie scene with the smoke and the sunshine. I tried to then walk away to a vantage point where I took that picture, from another block of flats. Somebody asked me to come in, and I took the picture, which is from quite a long way away, actually. And that ended up on the front page of the Evening Standard. It wasn't a pleasant night, and yes, there were some scenes. I don't think we printed those. It's not the sort of thing you want to see again. It's the sort of thing that we've photographed in these situations and in war zones and things like that. That's how it looked this morning. It looked like a scene from a war zone. I can't describe it in any other way. It was shocking. It still is. It's hit me for 6, to be honest.